Hey, Sarah. So what's popping today?
Winnie Nwagi is what's popping today.
Nwagi.
And after all the disappointments people faced on Valentine's Day, remember we did the story about the gentleman who got his heart broken? Well, Winnie Nwagi took to her social media to advise women on how to handle public proposals. And she went on to say she's very afraid that with the way women are being very ruthless and cold these days, men are going to be afraid and stop proposing to their partners and lovers in public. She also went on to say that is not how you handle it. Like, do not, and I'm paraphrasing here, she's like, that is not how you handle it. Like, don't embarrass him in public. Say yes so that you don't humiliate him. And because he has put in a lot of effort, just say yes then. And then when you go back home or wherever, have a conversation with him and then tell him, you know what, I'm not ready for this. I feel kind of ambushed. And then, you know, in the nicest, most polite way, give him back his ring.
Yeah, and then announce to your friends that you've suspended the
engagement. Mm-hmm.
Or you've put it on hold.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that makes sense. But can I just say, what about the risk of, obviously, because now everything is filmed, so such a proposal would certainly be filmed on someone's phone.
Absolutely.
And it could go viral.
Mm-hmm.
So do you really want to put someone in that situation where now they're part of a viral video in which they're accepting someone's wedding proposal?
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you pull them aside afterwards and say, okay, actually, you know what? I think I don't want to. But now the video is viral. Everyone assumes you've said yes and that you're going to get married. Mm-hmm. How do you deal with that?
You now do another video, an update, telling people, you know what, we had the conversation about it and we think that we are going to take this a lot slower. We are either still together, but we're going to take our time until we are ready to, you know, take this next step in our relationship, or just say, you know what, it's not going to work out between us, but I wish him all the best. I wish her all the best, and you guys move on. You can do an update video.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Except you know, no one's going to watch the update video.
People will watch.
It's kind of like how you know the headline may be like very scandalous, and then if there's a retraction, it's going to be like on page 6, and no one's going to read it. So. But man, it's complicated, and I do agree with Winnie Nwagi that fewer and fewer men are going to feel compelled to propose publicly. And to be honest, I actually think that's good. Mm-hmm. A wedding proposal should be a private affair between you and the woman you want to marry.
Thank you.
Invite her out to a dinner, to a nice secluded place if possible.
Yes.
Go down on one knee, state your intentions. Mm-hmm. And if she says no, well, you have the opportunity to discuss it further.
Thank you.
While you're all still there.
Yeah.
And there's no fear of embarrassment. But now if the guy, and this is another thing, because most times a guy will like call the girl's friends to be involved in it. Kind of like how you throw a surprise party for your girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know, I've done that in the past where you call up her sister, tell your sister.
You have done that, Fatboy?
Throw a surprise birthday for a chick.
You have done that?
Yeah.
You have done that?
Back when I was foolish. But now I'm wise. I can't do such things. So like you do a surprise and then she enters the room and there's like 20 people and all that kind of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And so instead of doing that, like just make it between you and the person.
Yeah.
Just state your intentions. If she says yes, well and good, then announce it to your friends.
Thank you.
Take it from there.
Something we agree on, because I honestly, personally believe that public engagements are just manipulative. You probably don't have the confidence to do it, you know. You probably don't have the confidence and you don't think that she's going to say yes, so you bring other people there so that she's kind of somehow twisted or emotionally blackmailed to say yes.
That's true.
And I think that is not the right way to do it. I think just do it with your chest in a corridor at home. Lock yourselves up and have the conversation about it. And it also gives you the opportunity, like you have said, to actually have further conversations about, you know, how to move forward with it. When to tell the family. I think the one thing that should be public is your engagement announcement. After you have agreed. Then get onto the social media and call the aunties and uncles and in-laws on social media and tell them, you know what, I got engaged.
Yeah.
You understand? But don't do it before that. Don't do it at all.
Don't even propose. You know what a lot of people do in Kampala?
What?
They just sort of couples kind of just assume they're married. You're probably going to start living together. You might have 1 or 2 kids. So it gets to where now even it's other people telling you, but you guys, aren't you even married already? Stop playing games. Just go ahead and do it.
You're not married. Let me tell you something. You are not married, because in the event that somebody happens to him or her, to any of you two people, in some cultures, they're really wild. They're really wild. They will refuse you to attend the funeral. They will refuse you to take your children. They will fine you heavily. It's crazy. You will go to courts of law and you'll find that the man or woman's family has taken everything that you and your partner invested in, and you own nothing. So it's important to get married. That kapepa is very important.
Don't just let people assume you're married.
Don't let people assume.
Get actually married.
Frame it, put it on the wall.
Do you think, aren't there people on your baby daddy's side of the family who probably call you his wife?
No, because he has a wife now.
Oh, okay.
A legitimate wife. So I'm not his wife.
The plot thickens.
I'm not his wife. And she's, by the way, a very, very lovely woman. She's a very, very good mother to my son.
So we got a blended situation?
I wouldn't call it a blended situation, but we do...
Jada and Cherie?
No, absolutely not. But I think we just have an understanding and a cordial and civil relationship with each other. We respect each other's boundaries, respect each other's children, and we make the dynamic work.
So she doesn't look at you with a side eye like, what are you planning?
No.
With my man? Are you trying to steal him back from me?
Ew, no. No.
But anyway.
Absolutely not.
So who knew that Winnie Nwagi had some wisdom in her brain?
She has a lot of wisdom. What are you trying to say? This woman makes bangers. This woman makes amazing music. This woman knows how to entertain a crowd. What do you mean she doesn't have some?
So there's more to her than just knowing how to wiggle.
She's an amazing person. I believe. I have met Winnie Nwagi personally, and she's just has.
I've never met her, and I'd like to meet her.
She exudes this confidence.
Wow. I don't know what it is about you guys who work here. It's like all these stars walk through the office and you don't even tell me that they're here. I just hear about it afterwards.
Because you're always locked up in your office.